Just puts them now 1 point adrift for Atleti. Looking at the bottom of the table, though, for Mallorca, they are out of the relegation zone, one clear of Cadiz. It is going to be one heck of a race, isn't it, for survival in Spain. Meanwhile, at the top of the table, as I mentioned, Atleti then one clear of Real Betis for that place in the Champions League. For Atleti, their attentions now turn to that second leg against Manchester City, the English side, big favourites to advance to the semi-finals. Earlier, I caught up with Luis and Sid, and I asked Luis whether or not the criticism that we have weighed at Atletico Madrid after their flat performance at Manchester City was justified.
I understand it. It's not that I agree or not. I understand that some people doesn't enjoy watching Atletico Madrid. It's not the most beautiful play on the field about this Atletico Madrid side. We've seen good games, not many, because Atletico Madrid doesn't play this way, but definitely it wasn't the way that we were expecting. Of course, against Manchester City, you know that you have to be 100% no mistakes. You cannot give them anything. The moment that you have one, they're going to punish you, and they're going to capitalize that. And that's what they've done. A lot of ability and talent from Foden and De Bruyne. And at the end, you get that one goal that probably is going to give them so much advantage, because then you have to open when you are back home. You need to try to get the equalizer of the tie. And that's not going to give you any advantage, because Manchester City is going to be waiting to use those spaces. But Atletico Madrid knows how to deal. It's true that today it was, again, one of those bad games, one of those games that you'd never see that it was coming, even though that against Aguirre, you know that you're going to find that. But I still think that even though the Manchester City is favourite, this tie is open. Then Simeone knows. He's got talent, so much talent. And that's why I think that they can do something. Still, favourite for Manchester City. They are going to have a lot of work to do if they want to get something Atletico Madrid.
It's interesting, Sid, speaking to some Atleti fans, and they're like, we don't care what you think. We really don't. They almost relish this kind of, this villain mentality that people have of them.
Yeah, and bear in mind that we've been talking about this all season, haven't we? We've been talking about Atletico's identity and trying to find themselves again. And a couple of weeks ago, we were celebrating the fact that they'd found this side of them, you know, going back to being the bad guys, going back to being defensively strong. And I think one of the things that we have to bear in mind, and Luis was hinting at this, I think, in terms of that analysis of how they played in the first leg, it's the first leg. It's half-time. So you look at this and you say, well, Atletico Madrid didn't try and do anything. No, what they tried to do was get to half-time at 0-0. Now, they failed in that sense, but they're still close enough that they will feel that they're in this, and they will feel that looking at this tactically, if they'd opened up against Manchester City, they wouldn't have a chance in the second leg. They now have. And I must admit, I have my doubts in the second leg about how much Atletico Madrid open up, or maybe more to the point, how soon Atletico Madrid open up. I don't think they'll come out. I mean, I may well be proven wrong here, but I don't think they'll come out and go for Manchester City from the very start. I think they'll be very conscious that it's still only one goal in this.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.